Welcome to the Buck Bayou. Did you turn the mics up, Ryan? Everybody's mic with the whole house. Happy holidays from all of us here at Grown Man Record Night.
Happy holidays.
It's Friday night. You're going to want to make your Friday night. This is your home. This is the home of Friday nights. We got our special.
You have arrived.
What we did this evening is we did a little tree decorating, and we hung.
You did a fine job.
We did a little Grown Man Record Night tree decoration.
We have to give a shout out to Sweet Tea for that.
Oh, Sweet Tea hooked us up. Cameron, I'll tell you what. I'll pull one of these off, and you can take it up. We don't need to zoom in. Got a little Grown Man Record Night Christmas ornament. Check these out, folks. You can hang this right on your tree and make your home life as interesting as your internet life. And that's what it's all about. You're going to want to equal out your internet and your home life. Let's put it back on the tree now.
How do you equal out your internet? And
I don't know.
life?
Hey, if you want a Grown Man Record Night Christmas ornament, hit us up, man. Maybe we can work something out.
That's a good idea.
Ooh,
You gonna send
part
them
of the,
you send them
100
baubles?
Part of the 100 subscriber box might have all.
I don't know. Maybe.
Subscriber
Speaking of that, all of our segments here on Grown Man Record Night will end up on our YouTube channels. Now, on our YouTube channel, here's what we got going on. It's youtube.com/Machete Miller. And when you go there, you're going to want to like and subscribe to us and all that jazz. We're up to 88 or 89 subscribers.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah, we picked it up. And when we hit 100, we're going to do a contest. And we got a cool little vinyl prize package we're going to send out. I've mentioned this ad nauseum. But we're going to...
770.
770. But we're going to... we got a little vinyl prize package. Maybe we'll throw in a Grown Man Record Night ornament. Maybe we'll throw in some other stuff. Some chips.
Maybe we'll make you sign a
I think
document
some
that
chips would be
says...
good.
We'll make you sign a document that says, you will accept this huge box of worthless records.
As your Lord and Savior.
Because you know, Cameraman's got all these worthless records to get rid of.
Yeah. But
Well, I think there's something that folks might want is the database of chips that we have online. But we should talk about that at another time.
We'll bring it up now. Everybody knows we have a segment called Chip Chat. And if you don't stick around for the rest of the show...
Now, is it Chip Chat or Chip Chat?
It's Chip Chat. And what we do, it's the last segment we do on the program every week. And it's the last part. Probably a lot of people, I know these shows are a little bit long.
Sometimes it was something to do with Thirsty that came before.
Yeah. But I think a lot of these people tune in for the record part of the program, and that's cool. This program...
But you know, there are some people that actually tune in for the chips.
Absolutely. And this program can...
I know this for a fact.
This program can run a little long sometimes for some people. Hey, that's okay, because the end of the program is when we talk about potato chips. So if you just want to tune in for the records, you can tune in for the records. But we got cool stuff toward the end. And part of our Chip Chat segment, our good friend Sweet Tea, who hooked us up with these beautiful ornaments, also has hooked us up with an Excel spreadsheet of all the chips that we have had on the show to date, and she routinely updates it.
Oh, wait,
it's a major undertaking, and it's a big deal.
Are we going to the...
It's a big deal.
We're not doing the...
It's a big deal. So if you want a list
This is what happens during CBS Sunday morning.
We don't have a .xl graphic or something?
No, we don't have that.
No. What's it called? It's not XL, it's
.xml.
XML, yeah.
So if you are interested in obtaining a document that contains all the chips we've done in Chip Chat.
Some great comments about the chips.
Absolutely.
That's what I truly enjoy.
Sure.
What's your favorite comment, the favorite comment?
Nah.
No, it was good.
I don't know about it.
I don't know.
But we have all that.
You're telling me it's happened to my memory, which
if you're interested in that, we can make that available to you, as well as if you want a Grown Man Record Night ornament, we can hook you up with that. It's the holiday season. So we mentioned
the season to hook
you gotta like and subscribe though.
But I tell you, got to like and subscribe, because we hit 100. We're gonna give away some cool shit.
Good stuff.
So tell your friends and neighbors.
And some bad stuff.
And some bad stuff. No, we're not gonna do that.
No, there's gonna be
no,
some.
We're not gonna give. No way. Prize pack would not have no bad
crappy,
stuff.
but you might
no.
Recognize
No. Everything we give away is going to be cool stuff. It's not going to be anything you're going to be like, oh, here's a record that's going to take up space.
I got some of
those. It's going to be legit stuff.
They got to take at least 3 of those.
No.
3 waste of space records.
No way.
No,
I'm only giving away good stuff.
That's just shipping weight.
No.
I'll pay the shipping.
No. Hey, let's run through a little bit of what we did tonight live on the show. Now, if you don't know, we do the live music portion of the show on Ustream each Friday night, starting at 8:30, and we broadcast live music with this little show in between. And it's ustream.tv/channel/Machete Miller. And boy, we sure are glad when Friday comes around. And some weeks more than others. This is a week I was glad to get home and get away from things. And Friday's a good time. Friday's a good time. So follow us and listen to us on Ustream.tv every Friday night. We jam music for hours, man, hours. And we do the show in the middle, and the show ends up on YouTube. That's how things work out. Let's run down a little bit of what we played this evening. Up to this point with this O Tannenbaum in between us here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Hey, we started out a record. It's been sitting in my collection for a while. Listened to it a few times, and for some reason I don't play it as much.
You were sleeping.
I have no reason why.
Started
this tonight's show. Dire Straits Making Moves. It's Making movies. It's a fantastic album. I like other Dire Straits albums probably better.
Yeah, but this is
still a terrific album.
Why?
It's got that skating song.
It's got Romeo and Juliet on it.
No.
It's 80 on.
That's the one you know from that record.
See, I didn't hear this tonight, but
yeah, that's good stuff, man.
I love Romeo.
What's it called?
Juliet. Skate Away.
Skate Away.
It's got the skating.
That's
song.
a roller skating song.
Skate Away is so fun.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, we started it off with that. Pulled this back out of the collection. Another one that surprises me out of my own collection. Everybody knows Benny Goodman, and I've got some Benny Goodman stuff that's decent, and I'm like, okay, cool. This one is particularly fantastic, and then I forget about it all the damn time. It's the new Benny Goodman sextet. The cover's in crap shape. I don't know what year this is, but it's Columbia. Is this a 6-eye Columbia?
Is it red?
Yep, 6-eye Columbia. So
that means it's from 1826.
1826.
Exactly.
But this is one of the good Benny Goodman. If you see this Benny Goodman out, and I think I paid $1 for it. It's much more traditional jazz, not as much big bandy sounding as you would think from Benny Goodman. It's total sleeper. Had some great vibe playing on it. Fantastic. And I used to play this on the show all the time, and it's been sitting up there for a while, and when I put it on, I was like, damn it, why had I been playing this record, for crying out loud? Rolled from that onto a little Sly and the Family Stone. Woo!
Love Sly.
This is the greatest hits, and we played the first side.
Can't go wrong with Sly.
We got Thank You, I Want to Take You Higher, Hot Fun in the Summertime, Stay, Everybody's a Star. Yeah, I mean that's a classic album. Everybody needs to get up on some Sly and the Family Stone.
The crochet hat.
Yeah, look at the back. The back's got a great picture as well.
The crochet hat is so great.
Look at there now.
Look at that crochet.
That's good time business. Big and good time business. Did it? Pick your mic up, Steve. So I followed that up with some, this is a compilation. I've got 2 versions of this. Jazz, the Pacific Jazz compilation.
Actually, you didn't follow that up.
No, I know. We'll save yours now. I'm going through the stuff I played.
Saying
You did follow it up, it was just a little bit late.
Just trying to say what happened.
This Pacific Jazz compilations, I got the blue one and I got the red one. This one's got Art Pepper, Chico Hamilton, Chet Baker, Bob Brookmeyer, Jim Hall, Montgomery Brothers. That's what we played here on the first side. Fantastic compilation from '78.
1978.
And it's another one I forget about and I put it on, and it's really one of my best jazz records. I hate to say that being a compilation,
Yeah,
but
you got some great jazz records.
I mean, it is, but it's really good. And I forget, it's good classic jazz all the way through. No baloney songs on either of the sides of either of the records. That's what makes it a great compilation. And my B, if you're going to go by my B and my B alone,
You got to read the chapters.
read the chapters, chapter review, do the questions. I'm wearing my Captain Car Wash hat.
Cliff Notes myself.
Clift notes? Cliffs.
The Cleft Notes.
Cliffs notes. The Clit notes.
Oh, hold on.
Inappropriate. 3, 2, 1. I'm wearing my Captain Car Wash hat.
I see that.
I kind
Is
of
he in the house?
I don't know. But Captain
Will he
Car
make
Wash.
an appearance tonight?
He stopped by, right?
Captain Car
He
Wash.
left you some videos.
He did leave me some videos. We've been playing some stuff.
I like that CKY video.
Yeah, we're playing a CKY video, and it's pretty topical. I'm wearing my CKY shirt. That's the first CKY movie we were rocking. The 5Ls, my band, actually opened for
It's
CKY.
pronounced Favels.
The Favels.
Like,
And
look on the star.
those were cool guys. We liked the guys from CKY. And the guitar player, James, he hung out with them after the show, did some shots, and took some pictures that he didn't realize happened until the next day.
He also hung out with, who else did he hang out with?
Jesus and the Mary Chain?
No.
No?
The guy from Police Academy?
Bjork.
No, that's a different story.
It is a different story.
You talking?
Bjork.
No. The Michael Winslow.
Oh, Michael Winslow. Hello.
It wasn't James.
Showing up.
That's for a
Okay,
later
never
date,
mind.
though.
That's for a later
That's
date.
a good story.
Michael Winslow from Police Academy has cut a 5Ls promo that aired on the radio. He said, I come into town to listen to the 5Ls, and when I'm here, I do shows at the Funny Bone.
There you go.
But he
And long
listed
and
us
short of
first.
That's all
it
he
is,
comes to town.
James has hung out with both of those guys. Not both of them?
So you played one
Different
other record.
gentlemen.
You played one other record earlier tonight. It blew my mind.
Played one more. I picked this up brand new reissue of 13th Floor Elevators. The psychedelic sounds of 13th Floor Elevators.
Classic.
Got the
classic.
what do you call the pyramid on the back? The Novus Ordo Seclorum pyramid.
Yeah, on the dollar bill.
Novus Ordo Seclorum.
I guess I'll do this. Every time I
And,
do this, my mic comes off.
Classic psych rock
Okay,
album.
I am pinched. There we go.
Picked it up as at a reissue, and the reissue is fantastic. I was so stoked. I mean, the original is worth like $1 bazillion. You know, which is cool, and it'd be a cool thing to score, but I'm not going to go out and pay that. I just want the music, man. And more importantly, I want the music on vinyl. And my man John at Underdog had it. It was like $12, brand new, sealed, reissue. Give me a break. That's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
I haven't played. What is that? Peter Gunn? No.
Nope.
No. Yeah, right now we were just listening to Peter Gunn.
Yeah.
I'll play side too.
Well,
Picked
Peter Gunn.
Picked that up in a thrift shop. I have another copy, but this one's actually in much better shape. It's
Yeah.
music from Peter Gunn by Henry Mancini.
Hey, look, I'm doing my own
Now we
bug.
moved over to some Al Di Meola, I believe.
Look, I'm doing my
Who
own
was the
bug.
guitarist for Return to Forever? Is that right? Return to Forever.
Yeah, he was in Return to Forever.
With
Chick Corea. Yeah,
Sally
absolutely.
Clark.
That's a physical bug. Look at that.
Physical graffiti bug.
That's Trisha was messing around. Sweet
But
tea.
while I pulled up, you guys were playing Sly and the Family Stone. And I followed that up with an album I was so happy to pick up this past week.
Uh-huh.
It's The Doors.
Oh, yeah.
Weird Scenes Inside the Gold Mine.
Oh.
This is 1972. The first compilation that came out was called 13, and you have that
That's the
one.
one I have.
This one is from 1972, and it's the second compilation put together by Paul Rothschild. That
You mean Paul Rothschild?
this one includes L.A. Woman. Yours doesn't include L.A.
Right.
Woman. He was still alive, and by the time they cut this, I think he had died.
So what's the difference in the sound, you think, between the...
But this one's got some really cool deep tracks on it that you don't. There's a couple B-sides. I think we played a couple B-sides
Yeah.
on the end there of side 3, and those were before this. They were not available anything but the 45s that came out.
Do you think their music took a jump between, like, say, the first greatest hits and that greatest hits?
No.
What direction? Was it still the
There's
same?
just deeper tracks on this. I really like this.
Deeper, yeah.
There's
The first one has
there's a
more of the
double
hits.
album. There's a double album. There's 22 tracks on this, and a personal story. It saved a friend of mine one night when he was
Yeah.
having a really bad night. He listened to this album in its entirety, and it spoke to him. I'll leave it at that.
What was making him have a bad night?
He took the brown ass.
Nah, we won't talk about that. But anyway, I followed that up with another album I picked up the same day. This is called Hot Butter.
Yeah,
the group.
what's the deal with this?
Well, this
good.
is the song Popcorn.
Okay.
And if you look at the album, it comes actually. This is a real popcorn holder. You can actually
That's a box. You can
pull
fold that out.
fold it out, and actually put popcorn in it.
We should
which
do
I
it.
would never do that.
I got popcorn
Let's
here.
grease it up.
Let's do that.
Let's
yeah.
grease it up.
No, let's
We'll
not.
put grease in there.
We'll grease all over it.
I didn't want to play the second song because it's day by day, and it's kind of. This is a lot of Moog music, of course.
Sure.
And it's really cool, though. I mean, Popcorn's that song everybody remember. I could play it on my throat. Yeah,
Yep.
I just love
The
this
mic got
song.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it got it or not,
Oh, we
but
got
if you can skip track 2, skip 3 through as like Apache.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
Pipeline on the other side, Telstar. They do a lot of covers of other songs.
Sure. Almost like the Ventures, but
Yeah, but these are all Moog, and it's really, really cool.
That's cool.
We followed that up with Billy Preston. Music is My Life. This is really, 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 really cool music. Billy Preston is the only other artist other than Tony Sheridan who's credited on a Beatles album. Of course,
Sure.
he played on Let It Be, and he kind of kept the band. Look at this back cover, though. Look at all these. Look at all these keyboards. man.
I want to go to
Amazing.
there.
There's the harpsichord there.
So
Man.
whenever a rock band really needed somebody to give their band soul, they would call him Billy Preston. 'cause
Hell
he-
yeah.
he
Why
was
the hell
man.
wouldn't you call damn Billy Preston?
He'd been around since '63, albums together, real soulful,
Sure.
a lot of gospel. And also an album we played before the show, Q.
Oh,
is,
man.
Quincy Jones.
Come on now.
You've Got It Bad Girl. And I'm not even going to walk up there with this album cover because the important thing about
Look at this, folks. This is the
this
big
has
deal.
the theme to Sanford and Son. That's the reason I got this
That's
album.
number one.
But the other songs are great too.
I wanna know who the harp player is on that.
1973, Tom somebody. But it also came with a poster.
Oh, honey
I have no
hush.
idea. It had a poster. I can see framing this out. This is the same as what's on the cover.
Oh,
But
that
it's
is
the full
awesome.
poster of Q, man, kicking it back. He's got some nice tight leather pants on, a nice cool shirt, and that is just
That is
awesome. It's in
awesome.
immaculate condition.
That is
so
awesome.
I scored on that.
Do you know who plays harp on that album?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah, let's-
On Superstition, it's the same harp as on Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
It's a guy named Tom Morgan.
Tom
Never
Morgan.
heard of him.
I know a guy named Tom Morgan.
It's a certain sound, and you know when you heard it on Superstition, you mentioned it, and it was like, that's the same as Sanford and Son, and you know it's coming later in the album. You can tell. It's the same harp player.
You can tell.
I think it is, although it doesn't credit him on the
Oh, it
Superstition.
credits.
It says harmonica helped by 3 beautiful brothers. So yeah, and now we're playing Peter Gunn.
Christ, God, Holy
a
Spirit.
couple albums I got in a
got,
pawn shop.
This is Al Di Meola playing here.
Al Di Meola.
Yeah.
Playing
Played a little Al Di
some
Meola.
fusion.
What he does, he takes instruments, uses rhythm and melody.
So
to,
yeah,
like, kinda paint
that's
a
what we
picture.
listen to. up
That's
to-
what
up
we
to
listened to
this.
so far. I tell you what, let's just go ahead and jump right on in to a special edition of Dig of the Week. Now, this week we're going to feature a lot of new albums that you picked up. I picked up some new albums
Yeah,
too.
I was surprised at how many albums I picked up since I was last here, and we're not even going to go over them.
Yeah.
There's some I got in the thrift shop that are great albums, but I don't have time to talk about them. You don't want to hear about them.
Look,
We do though.
cameraman,
I
if
can
you
look at
would,
it real quick.
would you look down on the crate for me?
Yeah.
Look behind that record.
I'm gonna walk in front of
Yep, you got to hurry up. 128
Behind the Zimmerman record?
behind the Zimmerman record. What you got down there? No,
Robert Zimmerman.
no, too far.
I will.
Looking
I
for a
can
Neil
go ahead and
Young
talk
record.
Did you flap up a graphic on Dig of the Week?
Yeah, you did. You put up Dig of the Week.
Are we there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are we in Dig of the Week?
So
Are we in
here's
Dig of
what
the
I want to
Week?
start Dig of the Week
We are
with.
knee deep in Dig of the Week.
This is a segment.
You know what, Steve?
Oh, what are you going to talk about?
Sad songs
Are you
say so
sad?
much.
Are you sad?
Sad songs say so much. Sometimes you get
You know
some.
that song is really not a sad song.
No, it's not. That's
Sad songs they say.
I feel it makes me want to play the piano like and hit the start up
Had
here.
it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you were
But there are sadder
you-
songs.
You really were just channeling.
I am
John.
I am a emulator. Sorry,
That's good.
that's my
That's
profession,
good.
an emulator.
The
You
mimic.
put a little of the.
So sometimes you may be feeling a little sad or.
I love sad songs.
And you know, I don't like those kind of songs necessarily so much, but sometimes situations arise
Oh,
and you
you're
need
too
to.
tough for him sometimes, aren't you?
I just like to keep things moving, keep the party moving, keep it moving and grooving, and that's what Friday night's about.
Yeah, you don't like
But
to bring
you
it
know,
down.
you
don't like to
receive
bring
a
it
little
down.
bit of bad news. Here's what I immediately reach for when I receive a little bit of bad news is number one, the bottle of vodka in the
You go
freezer.
country, don't you?
Which we heard
the
recently,
first-
didn't we?
The first thing I did was
Yeah,
Hank
we heard that
Williams
recently.
Senior. This is
25,
a
Hank, 24.
24 of Hank Williams'
I think I have the
greatest
same
hits.
exact album.
Most diggers have
one
the
you have
same
to
one.
have. I mean, come
And I
Yeah,
poured
don't not have it.
had some bad news, and I poured me a glass, and I put on some Hank Williams, and sat here and we talked about it a little bit. And to me, that's it. Almost seems like
You're
automatic.
cheating hard.
That's it seems almost automatic. I'll reach for Hank Williams. That's just something I do. Another song that kind of hits me on that for some reason, and I love Neil Young. We're talking Harvest here, but the song which is a great record, but sometimes if it hits me wrong when I hear Old Man, it bends me back a little bit.
Does it?
It bends me back a little bit. I don't know, something about Old Man.
No,
Because I'm a lot like you.
Yeah,
no,
it's-
dig
Word.
on that a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. He
Dig
goes,
on it. What does
I'm
that
a
mean
lot
to
like
you?
you. Were.
Yeah.
Word.
What does that were in there?
Yeah.
As I am, you will be, and as you are, I once was.
I just think Neil Young's a great songwriter.
Absolutely.
Hands down. I don't care what his voice sounds like. I don't care if you like it or not. The man can write a song that transcends.
I actually saw him live in the Greensboro Coliseum.
I actually
Really?
worked security for a concert for Neil.
That's what I was working when I saw him.
Carry a gun?
And I was standing in there and I was watching it. And but when he hit Old Man,
He wouldn't let
oh,
anybody into the auditorium while he was doing sound check because he was that weird about it.
Huh.
So you couldn't even be in there.
What's your top 2 or 3 like sad records, sad
Gee,
songs?
I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah, this is all off
Sad
the top.
songs are big for me.
They say so much.
Because I know so much. I know so many that I play. And I would play out live a lot if I thought people wanted to hear a lot of sad songs. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of sad songs. But I mean,
Wait,
Babe,
do you
I'm
mean
Gonna
the
Leave
band
You.
Live?
Babe, I'm Gonna Leave
the
You was
placenta
really
dropped
good.
to the floor?
What?
The band live? You play live?
No, I don't
No.
play live. Copper, whatever.
Placenta falls to the floor.
That's terrible. Who the hell would write the placenta falls?
Falls to the floor.
Well, it
The
fell to the floor.
Of course, it's gonna fall to the floor.
The angel opens her eyes.
So, but
Sad song.
There's King Crimson, Starless. To me, I mean, it's sad and it's also intense. But I mean, there's so many sad songs
Sure.
that I love. That, you know.
I mean, you could turn a lot of Beatles songs. You could probably turn sad if you really thought about it.
Eleanor Rigby's one of the saddest songs I've
Sure.
ever heard in my life.
It's funny. Beatles to me, sometimes you can hear them and they'll pep you up when you're feeling good,
But
and then when you're feeling down and you listen to the same songs.
You read into them, you're like, oh shit.
When you read this, listen to the
exact
same song.
songs make you feel differently.
Yep.
Another Beatles song is called For No One, which is just depressing as hell, but it's a wonderful song.
And I'll tell you, we're gonna do a little. See, we're talking sad songs. I got my damn cowboy hat on,
Uh-oh.
and I'll tell you.
I don't have a hat on.
You
I
want
have a
one?
nice.
I'll get you a hat.
I have a nice flat top. Here
What
come
kind
off.
of hat you want?
Here come off flat
You want
top.
a ball cap? You want a cowboy
No,
hat?
I don't want
You
your
want
lice
a,
infested hat.
Caddy
No likes
hat?
that. But
What kind of hat you want to
here
wear?
we go, and I'll
You got a
tell
cabbie
you,
hat?
Sailor hat?
You got a cabbie hat?
he's got a
Hey,
cabbie
do you have
hat.
like a Russian, like a communist kind of Black Sea hat?
Yeah, I'll get you communist hat. I'll be right back.
Okay. Cameraman's going to get Steve Fever a communist hat to wear for the rest of the program. So I tell you what, as we're going to do this little shot of,
What do you call this?
what's this called, cameraman?
I forget.
He forgot it already.
All right. That looks like a communist hat, all right.
All right, it's a communist
Is it
hat.
Cuban or Chinese?
Cuban.
That's the
You
United
have, you have a very small head.
said the old woman to the sailor.
I have a large hat. I'm just going to wear
Look
it.
how well that works, though.
Wear it
You
down.
Rock it.
I'll wear it down like this.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
look like a
Never
damn,
wear it
I look
down.
like a damn staff sergeant.
Two fingers parallel.
Is that right?
Yep.
You're
Oh,
a
you know it's
brat,
right.
you know that.
I'm an army brat.
Okay, here we go. Let's take this shot, and I'll tell you my world's all-time saddest record.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, oh my God, dude.
think I know what it
Even
is.
from a kid, this would make me sob like a little baby.
You know they
And it
played
still
at the,
does.
They played at the Merle Fest.
Here we
this
go.
past year.
My number one saddest record. It's what I like to call the old yeller of rock and roll. And that is the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band,
Yep.
Mr. Bojangles. Holy shit.
Yep. I had
And-
this 45 when I was a kid.
This is my mom's 45. Came from my original 45 collection from when I was a kid. And you know what is even probably sadder than the song? I remember when I was a kid, I enjoyed the song because it had some pretty finger picking on it. And it gets to the part. I mean, I'll never forget the first time I heard, and he up and died. And I'm like,
Up and died.
what? And like looked at my mom like, what? I'm like 4 years old. Who died? Somebody died? Somebody died. And it lost me. But the B-side of this 45 is an Uncle Charlie interview. And it's an interview with that, come on, Teddy.
Well, I remember one night we were trying to put some stuff on. You said put something on. I grabbed that 45 and I put on the wrong side. And it was the interview side that we played one night.
And I probably immediately just laid on the floor and curled up.
You do that so much.
Yeah.
The viewers don't realize that, like,
A
you
good bit of the
spend at
time.
least 6 hours a day curled up
Some
in
of the
floor.
time. So anyhow, that's probably my world famous number one. Now, I call it the Old Yeller of rock and roll records. Because even Old Yeller makes grown men cry, and that's all right. But this is, man. Actually, no, it's not all right. That ain't all right.
It is. No,
Ain't
it's
nothing- ain't
okay.
nothing
It's
wrong.
okay.
Mr. Bojangles is a great song.
Yeah, Mr. Bojan, it's still a great song.
It's okay
All
to
right.
cry.
Hey, Steve, what'd you pick up? What have you picked up here lately? Let's pick up the
well-
mood a little bit.
Okay, let's pick it up a little bit. I picked up a really great prog record. That's from the folks, a couple guys that were in Iron Butterfly.
Oh, wow.
This is Captain Beyond.
Captain
and
Beyond,
I was really
okay.
happy to find this. It was at a local store. There's so many local stores now in Winston, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, you picked that up in Winston.
Anybody wants to come visit, you know, there's some really great record stores.
Yeah, for real. And if you do, man, hit us up. And we'll go out with you and we'll shoot it. We'll make a little.
This is called Sufficiently Breathless, and it's got a great cover. When you pull it out, it looks like a little house. I put a picture on the VC that looks like a little house.
Oh, like Our House? You remember that show, Our House, with Wilford Brimley?
I'll show you real quick.
Remember Wilford Brimley's show? And had Shannon Doherty in it, Our House.
Wilford Brimley had a show. So, if you look at it like this, it looks like a corner house. Is that right? Am I stupid, or is that like not kind of cool?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's freaky, man. You're freaking us out.
Okay, I'm freaking you out. Yeah, and also the same day I picked up Gypsy.
Oh man, I've got a Gypsy record.
Do you? Do you have this one? It's called Anti.
No, I've got. That's the one that's got the purple one that's got the cutout and the man's face on the vertical gatefold.
Now there's a British band called Gypsy. It came out in '69. This is an American band called Gypsy.
That's that Psych record I've got, the purple one.
Is that 1969?
I think so.
We have to be clear
I'm
on
pretty
this.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
don't want
sure.
We don't want to
You know,
confuse.
And quickly, I'm going to run through these. I picked most of these up in thrift stores over the past couple weeks. We got Peter Gabriel's "So," which everybody has probably heard.
Oh yeah.
Of course, Red Rain, Sledgehammer, "Don't Give Up," Mercy Street, "Big Time." So this is a a big time album. And then here's
I've got that.
The Cars, "Heartbeat City."
I've got that as well.
Great record.
So this is a great. It's got "Drive" on it.
Of course.
You Might Think, and a number of other great songs.
You might think.
Not my favorite. Not my
right
favorite
now.
Cars album, but it's a great album.
You know,
so.
you might think our friend Ralph in Dixie Broadway, he covered "You Might Think" and sang
That would
it.
make a great bluegrass cover, actually.
It's fantastic. I should download that. And
You
we'll play
might
it.
think I'm foolish.
And it's Ralph singing it.
Hanging around with you.
It's Ralph singing it. We need to get Ralph on the program.
Yeah.
Cat Stevens'
Jesus.
"Tea for the Tillerman." This
One of
is
the
a
best
great
manual
album.
players
I
in the
forgot how
world.
good this album was.
Yeah.
Picked it up for $1. It's got "Where the Children Play."
You're going to have to bring me back to
Wild
Cat
World.
Stevens. I gave up on him a little bit.
Well, this is probably his best.
Yeah.
I think.
Why'd you give up on that?
It's got my favorite Cat Stevens song is called "Father and Son."
My favorite Martian.
And it's got this great, it's like a father talking to his son, you know, and it's really, really, really good. And also Peter Townsend, this is a solo album he had called "Chinese Eyes."
Woo!
And
He played in a different band for a little while.
Yeah.
there's a song actually called "Face Dances."
The Diesels.
Slit, I think the one song on here is called "Slit Skirts" that he did that made some radio
I like
play.
the sound of that name.
Also, I picked up a Stan Getz and
Oh yeah, man.
Juan Gilberto. I think it's got a Latin jazz feel to it. I think this guy might be Brazilian.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, really.
You
really,
can't sleep
really,
on Stan
really,
Getz,
really,
man.
really
That's a
good.
real deal.
Yeah. And that's all I really brought. I brought a couple albums I might throw on: Rubber Soul and
Of course.
The Meters, Fire on the Bayou. We've talked about it before.
Oh yeah.
Rubber Soul's one of my favorite Beatles. It's when
We'll definitely
they
put that
started
on.
getting to experimentation and whatnot. Let's leave it at that.
So I'll tell you what I've picked up.
So that was. Oh, quickly.
Yeah.
Then I went to Atlanta.
That's
Can you
right.
pop up
There's a
a
graphic.
picture?
Look a picture down there. I loaded in.
So
at the very
during
bottom.
Thanksgiving, I went and saw
Looks like a house.
the family in the Atlanta area. There's actually specifically
Third,
in
fourth
Roswell.
from the last.
What's it called?
Third or fourth
Name.
from the
Give me a
last.
name. Give me a name.
No, third or fourth from the last one listed.
I went to Roswell, Georgia, and there's a record store called Mojo
Going.
Magic Path.
Vinyl.
Keep going.
Old documentary.
You'll see
Too
it. I can
far.
see it right there.
See the one that looks
right
like a
next,
house?
right next to Joe Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to this
You
place.
mean the
It's called
fourth one from the
Mojo.
last, like I said.
Mojo
You said
Vinyl. Y'all
third.
shut up.
Or
Y'all
fourth.
shut up.
No, he said third.
Anyway,
Or
He said
fourth.
third.
Roswell, Georgia is what Buckhead used to be. It's a place where everybody goes to hang out, and they go to these nice restaurants that used to be houses, and it's a really cool area now. But my sister lives like a quarter mile from there, and but there's this record store, and you go in there, and most of the records are like $38 a piece.
What?
It's
Get out of
crazy.
town
I mean,
now.
the guy's got some great. I will say he's got some great records.
Sure.
That's where I found that original pressing, that Nick Drake compilation.
Oh, that's the same spot.
Yeah, I went
Okay.
there and looked at the records.
You
and
can
I said,
find that in the archives, Grown Man Record Night,
I
probably
just-
50, 51.
yeah, somewhere around there. But there were so many good records, but they're so expensive. But all his jazz records he's got to half price.
Ooh.
And I'm an enthusiast. A lot of people don't even know. In fact, I picked out 3 records, went to the front, and the guy on the counter was a younger kid, and he's like, you know, he had to ask guys, so are these jazz records? So anyway, I got, this is George Benson White Rabbit, which
Not
is
seen this
really
Benson.
cool. It came out in 78 or 79, and it's just, the covers is crazy. He's got some kind of weird makeup on his face. I'm not
And you
sure
say
what's
this is a
going
good
on there.
Benson. I've got good Benson. I've got bad.
This is a really good Benson, actually.
More traditional.
It's got Herbie Hancock. It's got Earl Klugh.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad.
And yeah, so that's really, really good. I also picked up another, a few weeks ago, I think I showed you guys an album I picked up called Lionel Hampton, Art Tatum, Buddy Rich Trio.
Oh, man.
This came out in 55.
Wow, that's early.
This is a Verve pressing.
Oh yeah.
Well,
love the Verve, favorite label.
the funny thing, let me show you the picture, because in the store I picked up another record. So there they are, all 3 of them looking great.
And the washing machine.
Looks like they're almost having a good
Oh,
time
there's a door.
together.
What the hell's that
Here's the
behind?
quarter.
Well,
This put it in washing
this past weekend I picked up. It's look like this picture was probably taken 15 frames, half a second later. It's the
Yeah.
same picture, but this actually came out in 1976, and it's called Tatum Hampton Rich Again.
Huh.
And it's great. It's great. Don't
And
get
so
me
it's
wrong.
the same. It's probably the same session. That's the second part of the
so
recording.
what they did is like, well, that actually turned out pretty good. Let's put another one out like 20.
Oh, they recorded.
20 years later. It's the same session. They
yeah.
recorded.
I bet they
put out-
recorded 20 tracks.
Sure. They
10
played for 20 minutes and they put 10 minutes of that on an album.
Yeah.
So, you know, but last but not least, I'm going to say this. The good friend at Underdog Records, Jonathan,
Yeah.
when he first opened the store, he's like, are you looking for anything in particular? I said, well, recently Earshot I bought Cold Fact by Rodriguez, which
Oh
was
yeah.
awesome. I love it. It's one of my
Fantastic.
favorite albums of the year.
Sugar
For
Man.
me, it came out a few years ago. And I said, do you happen to have the second release? And he said, well, no, but I can get it. And I saw recently on his Facebook page, before I left for Thanksgiving, that was one of the albums sitting there in his store. And I figured, well, he probably got that because I asked him to. So I ran over there and got it before I went to Atlanta. And so I picked it up. It hasn't been opened yet.
Oh my God, dude.
So I'm kind of treating it like a Christmas present. So if my wife is watching this, I just gave this to myself as a present. I really appreciate it. I love you. So this is called Coming From Reality, Rodriguez.
That's what I'm saying.
This was his only other album that he put out before he just decided to give up. And before South Africa and Australia discovered him and made him something as big as the Beatles or Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Nelson Mandela died.
Well, you got some Mandela music to play?
But he was. I can't believe he spent all those years on The Simpsons and nobody.
He was one of the nicest people you could ever know in your life.
He was, but don't forget he was a human, and he was also awful in certain ways.
Well,
Like all humans are.
well,
In
we
certain
are
ways, we're
human.
awful.
We're made that way.
Yep.
We want to talk about that.
Not our fault. But we embrace it.
So anyhow, Nelson from The Simpsons died.
Hey, I got something I want to throw into the whole broadcast here. If you hate the fact that Brian died from that show, whatever
That's
that
the
show
Family
is.
Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on now, really?
That's a writing.
Brian. I have a feeling that Brian's not officially
He's
dead.
not dead, is he?
No,
It's
here's what I think.
JR.
I know
He's screwing around.
there's at least 6 episodes written with the new dog Vinny in it. They're going to judge the audience perception of what's going on with the reaction, the feedback they get from it. And at the end of the season finale is Stewie's going to put together the time machine again. Some miracle, go back in time. He's going to kill Vinny, and Brian's going to come back.
Here's what's going to happen.
Possibly. Or if people are all ape shit about Vinny, they'll just keep it going.
Here's what's going to happen. Me and Seth MacFarlane's ego.
How long does it take them to put
We're going to
together
have
an
a
episode?
fight,
They're going to butthole.
and Seth MacFarlane's ego will beat my ass.
Butthole.
Probably.
Probably butthole. Hey, I picked up these records this week
Are we still
from.
digging?
Yeah, we're still digging.
We're
At our
It's a
friend in
deep-
Winston-Salem,
What are you
Pat,
grabbing this at?
at Jukebox Oldies. Jukebox Oldies picked these up. Picked up, hey man, little Genesis.
It's Pat.
It's Pat. Got Man, he's an interesting guy.
He is an interesting guy.
Gee whiz, he's an interesting guy. This is Wind and Weathering.
Oh, actually, I appreciate Pat. Pat is right now, currently, as we speak, pricing, because he let us into his secret room.
Jesus.
And in Pat's secret room are all these jazz records, but he hasn't priced them yet. So I told him, I went to straight to Jimmy Smith. I said, please.
How many Jimmy Smith records were in there?
20.
It's like that much.
No, we're 20. I said, please price your Jimmy Smith records and get back to me. Let's talk about it, because I've got to have more of those.
And he just wants to get rid of all his records. He just wants to get rid of all his records.
Make an offer. You like, look, here you've got 30 records.
I will give you 10 more. I will give you 10 more Barry Manilow live albums for these Jimmy Smith.
Which you could probably
Dude, he had like 30 Barry Manilow live.
If there's 20 Jimmy Smith records, what if you walked in there with a $100 bill?
No.
And was like,
see, I have probably 5 of those.
Because this guy wants to get rid of them, quote unquote. He will.
He wants to get rid of everything.
Some of those are 30. Some of those are $30, $40 records.
So what'd you get from the man?
So here's what I picked up. Little Genesis Wind and the Weathering. This is 76 on Atco.
This is the Weathering or the Wuthering?
Wuthering.
Okay, thank you. Let's get this. This is brilliant.
Woof.
What kind of tree is that on the cover? Ash?
That's an oak.
Oak?
Pin oak?
Pin oak?
No, not a pin oak.
Loblolly pine.
What you know about this, Steve? I'm not familiar with this
I don't
record.
know nothing about it. Is Phil Collins on it?
I don't know.
What year is it?
76.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's Phil
yeah,
Collins.
Phil Collins is on that. So
I think that's from 76.
This one is actually from 76 as well.
Yeah.
It's the second record I picked up from this spot. It's another Genesis record, Trick of the Tail.
Hold on, this is when the Wuthering.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is also from 76. I don't know how they released both of these in the same year.
Why's your mic come off every single time?
Because I don't need to be standing up every fucking.
Don't stand up. Here's what you do. You see the bill on that cap you're wearing? Just hook the mic to the bill of the cap.
How about I take the mic off
careful.
while I do this?
Yeah, there we go. There's my second Genesis record. So
with your whole pin chat for making sure things are close to the camera.
I like this cover better.
Hold it up.
that's good stuff, man. I've not listened to either one of these, but I'm really excited. I had it in the mix. I was getting ready to play it. Didn't want to play it while we were talking because we wouldn't be able to enjoy it as much.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe we'll play it.
We're playing this stuff real low to make sure we don't get.
No, I haven't. I've not listened to either one of these Genesis records, so they're coming up. We're going to listen to at least one of them. At least one of them's coming up.
Ryan can get his butt over here and put the records up.
Also picked up for $5. $5. Led Zeppelin
3.
3.
With the turn, you gotta open that up and turn the wheel for everybody.
Turn the wheel.
That's what's
turn the wheel for
That's
us.
what's cool about it.
That's
And I'm
my
gonna get up
favorite
again. This
Led Zeppelin
effing
right
mic is gonna come off.
So
Don't.
Okay. Here's what's really cool about it is let me see if I can get the little hole in there.
the hole. Get the hole in there.
You get the hole in there, then you can
Hole?
turn the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Anybody ever
Look at
turned your
that.
wheel
Look at
before?
that.
No, it's not turning very well.
It's not turning.
It'll
very well.
try though.
Oh, it's tight.
It tries.
Tight wheel.
The T is tight. Oh, look.
Okay.
Oh, look. Oh, this is pretty cool. Look at this right here.
that.
Here's what's inside the wheel, by the way.
Wow.
How about that?
So I picked this up for $5 because it's got a pretty nasty scratch on it, or it looks like. But this guy's really particular about.
But
records.
you know what? I'll say one thing. This is their most acoustic album. I know a little bit about this. This is their most acoustic album that they did. But it kicks off with Immigrant Song. Which
Oh my! I gotta
It's
have
probably
it.
one of the heaviest songs they
song
did.
is my favorite Zeppelin song.
But
you know why I love this album more than anything?
when that song kicks off, you just feel the wind blowing, whether you got hair or not, you can feel it just blowing into you and
You know why
knocking
I
you back.
love this
It makes you
album
want to
more than
spread
anything
leg
else?
guitar solo.
It's because his honest inquisition about the bridge. What about the bridge? What is it? He says
What?
the bridge.
The bridge? No, that's not the bridge song.
No, he says it on this album.
Where's the confounding bridge?
Yes.
That's not on this
It is
album.
this
That's
album.
no, that's on Houses of the Holy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no. I stepped on my own foot here, folks.
3, 2,
Start
1.
over.
Hey, wait! I got one more record I want to talk about on Dig of the Week.
Yeah.
This is my big ticket item for the week.
Did you ever listen to it?
Listen to one side.
I told that I suggested you buy
Yeah.
it.
CD of it.
This is my big ticket item. This is More It's the More soundtrack from Pink Floyd. This is the reissue.
I should bring the poster I have.
It's the reissue from like '72, I believe.
And if your name is Neil Moore, please write us.
Yeah, please. We're looking for Neil.
Neil Moore, you're our friend, and we won't talk
This is a soundtrack album.
This is a soundtrack album.
By the
We
Pink
listened
Floyd.
to one side of this. It's a little more acoustic, which I dig.
It is, but there's also some very
And some weird ethnic instruments.
Western music in it.
Very cool.
It's a great album.
Big ticket.
There were two
Fooling around with a
soundtracks.
big ticket item. Fooling around with a big ticket
Obscured
item.
by Clouds came out after this, which was more acoustic even than that. Obscured by Clouds was a French movie called The Valley.
That's their two big soundtracks.
This movie, More, was really cool. It's also a French movie, I think, about a woman that gets she tries a heroin.
If you're ever in
Well,
France.
let me tell you this though. I've got this poster. I've got half. They used to come in. I forget they call them
What's the French word for half?
four something.
Oh, yeah, no, I
posters.
understand.
They put them in movie theaters and they're really big. They come
They
in
were
parts.
huge or
I've got the
one-fourth of that.
top half of this More poster, and it's the woman's face, and in her eye she's wearing sunglasses, and you can see the heroin needle in this side, and something over
wow.
here. It is a mind-blowing poster. It's in my children's game room downstairs right now.
That is a good example.
So which one?
Actually, it would look really good in this room.
on the live.
I never know what to do with it. I think I'll bring it to you, and that'll be your Christmas present this year.
On the Live at Pompeii DVD.
Yeah.
Part of that is where they're talking about recording Dark Side of the
They're
Moon.
working on Dark Side.
They talk about the French movie they're working on. Were they talking about Obscured by Clouds or More?
Probably More because that
Okay.
was 71.
Yeah.
I think Obscured by Clouds. Well, it might have been later though. I don't know. I don't know.
That's cool
Most
though.
important
I don't know.
French term.
They did a lot of work in France.
The most important French term is parlez-vous anglais?
Yeah.
Do you speak English?
Uh-huh.
Second, où est en salle de bain?
Where's the
Where
bathroom?
is the bathroom?
Yep. Okay. Hey, I tell you what.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break. That's our dig of the week. We had a great dig of the week. That
was heavy.
That's heavy. That's heavy. I'm sweating.
I'm glad I got a haircut because I'm sweating.
That's a
myself.
heavy petting zoo right there. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break from our show here, and we're going to play a couple of tracks. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to mix it up. We'll play 2 quick tracks off of something, and then we'll come back with a little So to Speak and Chip Chat that you're not going to want to miss. So stay tuned with us here on Grown Man Record Night.
Stay tuned. So anyway, I was thinking about these things.
You was thinking about your manness? Hey, we're coming back, Grown Man Record Night with a So to Speak. Right off the get, man. We ain't wasting no damn tea. We ain't gonna waste no damn tea, Steve.
I think you should go right into it.
We're going right into it with this particular So to Speak, and we got some crazy stuff for So to Speak. You brought.
I say one's truly crazy, the other's not so crazy.
This is something you may find in your local groceria. This is something
Do they
you
sell
may
it?
find.
Do they sell it locally? I got this in Atlanta.
I don't know. You got this in Atlanta.
Coca-Cola Company. You can find some products in Atlanta you normally can't find.
That's true. That's a Coca-Cola hub.
I don't know if they sell this everywhere.
It's Fresca, folks, but we're talking the black cherry citrus.
So it's not the Mexican. You've had the Mexican Fresca.
The Mexican Fresca is the real sugar.
That was totally bananas.
Oh, that's
great.
fantastic. Oh yeah. Kidding
We
me?
just did like a pan or something.
Did you do a mobile
Dolly
truck?
Dolly shop.
Dolly. It's a mobile handheld
Dolly
truck.
shop. Man, wow.
I'm sorry, guys. I did a dolly shot with no dolly.
That's all right. You can pull it
But it's
off.
better now.
Am I getting in the
It is
tree
better
way?
now, yeah.
I'll get away from the
The
tree.
tree way.
The
We got to
tree
keep
is in the
room for our friend, the Grown Man
You know, the
Record
thing
Night
about
tree.
trees that bugs me is you got to show the star. I'm
You
sorry.
have to.
Hey,
Yeah,
you got to
you
show the
do.
star. You got to show the star. So you got to show the star, which means you got to frame up here, which means you look stupid when you're framed up there because you're missing like all this headroom.
Have you ever been-
The rule of thirds is out the window because of tree.
Have you ever been called a Christmas Stephen?
Not quite.
That's in that song, right? Hark the Herald Angels singing.
Christmas Stephen?
Joy to the newborn king.
Joy.
Then there's a No, that's a different song.
Christmas Steven.
Please on Earth and
Christmas
Mercy
Steven.
File.
And Christmas Steven.
So,
yeah.
yeah, so black cherry was
Black cherry citrus
a nice
fresca.
touch, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a beaver taint.
So they do
thing.
they do the aspartame, right?
I don't know if it's like beaver taint, but
I'm sure it is.
yeah, sure it is. Sure it is. Pour me a little lag of that.
There you go. You
All
take
right.
the canned guy. I'm taking this guy. I like a nice diet soda. I'm not one that's opposed to a diet soda, so let's take this downtown.
Well, growing up, there were 2 diet sodas.
Ah,
There was Tab,
that's good. That's
and
bright.
there was Fresca, and that was it. You didn't have any other choices.
See, that's interesting because I came up in the next generation.
So housewives of the 70s were drinking Fresca. My neighbor, my
AIDS.
friend across the street, his mom drank Fresca and Tab. Tab is totally disgusting, made
With
from
reds, right?
saccharin.
They had red.
Yeah. Now, see, I can remember as a little kid, my mom drinking Tab, and I remember really not liking it. Fresca had already come and gone.
Yeah, Fresca.
And then Fresca
was a
came
refreshing
back.
grapefruit diet soda.
But see, Fresca came back in
came
the
back.
early '90s because I didn't know anything about it. I'd never heard
I
of
like Fresca. I like
McCall's?
the grapefruit juice has a bit of a bite to it.
I
and
like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool, and
It always has a bright, clean kind of finish.
as
to it.
diet drinks go. And, there were so many diet drinks. Once Diet Coke came out, Diet Pepsi,
Sure.
Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Dr Pepper, all this stuff came out. Those 2 just kind of fell away.
Yeah.
They came back in a kind of a retro way.
Yeah.
But I think Fresca's come back stronger because it's actually good compared to Tab.
Well, and when Tab came back, I think they tried Tab with NutraSweet because hell, nobody wanted Tab with saccharin in it.
Although
Because saccharin is
it's
freaking
been
terrible.
proven that saccharin doesn't actually do what they
Causes
say it did to
cancer,
rats, because they
oh,
really
yeah.
injected those rats with
Cancer?
1,000
Allergic
times the
reactions.
dose of.
Yeah.
Some allergic
But
reactions.
I mean, in
I mean,
general,
saccharin doesn't taste
you know,
good to me.
a few years ago, my uncle got diagnosed with diabetes,
Mono.
and they were like, you can't have sugar and this, that, and the other thing. You
Sure.
got to start using artificial sweeteners. And so he didn't. He was like, oh, okay. So he goes to the grocery store and picks up that clear bottle with the dropper nose of saccharin.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
I remember that.
it's like, dude, there are so many better ways.
That's what back in the 70s. That's what Mom would sweeten the tea with.
That
but-
will
Was saccharin.
almost certainly make it worse.
My family was like, dude, you realize there's other ways to do non-sugar stuff that's not so bad.
Fresco
Jesus.
is aspartame.
Yeah, and it's not bad. It's good. It's bright and clean. I like that
Just
flavor.
don't drink too much of it.
It's good.
Throw that in with a little
Like
beaver
anything.
taint. You got
Little beaver
a pretty
taints in
decent
there with the raspberry flavor.
berry soda.
That's good. Hey, we're going to talk about our main
black cherry actually.
our main soda speak
Okay.
for this evening. And you brought this from Hoplanta. No, you didn't bring this. Bossman brought this from Tennessee.
Probably Tennessee.
Tennessee or Boone, North Carolina area. Let's hold this up, cameraman, if we could, please, before we even open it. We're talking about a little Hello Kitty fizzy pop.
Hello Kitty. It looks like an energy drink. Is that an
It
energy
looks,
drink?
it's
Has it
packaged.
got guarana in it?
He said there is an energy drink version of this, but this is not an energy drink.
I'll tell you the history I know of this drink. It was I saw it on a picture of some girl that was trying to what do you call that when they send
play golf in the LPGA, but she wanted to play
send you a message on Facebook like, oh, I want to know you better.
Yeah.
And you look at there's some pictures
Joe
and it's
Friend.
like she's drinking one of those Hello Kitty fizzy pop drinks.
Really?
It's like
So this is a
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Let's take a
Then they
look.
want then they want you to send them $150 because their internet's fucked up or something like that.
Ching chong
F-dog.
chow. Ching chong chow.
Chim. Chong.
Let's take a look at the ingredients real quick. Water, sugar, citric acid, got some other stuff. So this is real sugar. It's not corn syrup. Let's give it a shot. So what I'm going to do, it's a fizzy pop. It's Hello Kitty. This makes me
Does
want...
it smell like Hello Kitty?
It smells like a nice cola. Or a,
Does it smell
it
red?
doesn't. It smells kind of red.
Is it red?
Let's try this out. Okay, here we go. Hello Kitty fizzy pop.
Speaking of red,
Oh,
Better red than dead.
that's a weird taste.
That's a weird taste. That tastes like an Asian lady.
Well,
Ching chong chow. Asian lady.
Ryan, would you like to taste this and tell us
No.
what you think? It tastes to me like a piece of gum.
Which would be guarana.
it's got a little bit of the
Bubble gum and the guarana flavor, but I didn't see guarana on the list of ingredients. The Brazilians like
Not
the
that
guarana.
kind of gum. Well, it says gum arabics on here. Ester gums on here.
gum Arabic. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
It makes things a certain consistency.
It tastes like
Just
this tastes
it's
like
just for consistency.
this
think
tastes
so,
like
yeah.
chewing gum.
Yeah.
It does.
Not the fruit, not
Chewing
that
gum
fruit
has
flavor.
gum Arabic in it.
This tastes like chewing
And I
gum.
wonder how much Muhammad has to say about that, because it's.
And
gum
I probably
Arabic.
just jacked up my blood sugar
Muhammad.
100 times with that, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Muhammad.
you did.
I won't have any more of that.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's okay. It almost tastes.
It's okay.
It tastes comic booky. It tastes
I would not be
cartoonish.
drinking 2 of those.
It tastes cartoonish because of
Yeah.
how much sugar is in it.
Yeah, I
It-
feel like I should be maybe 2-dimensional with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom
I don't know how else to say it.
It promotes people to be 2-dimensional.
It promotes tooth decay and diabetes. Let's wrap this edition of So to Speak up. And I tell you what, we're going to go from this edition of So to Speak
Where are we going from here?
right
Where can you
into
go from here?
Chip Chat. We got some cool
Where
stuff
do we
coming.
go from here?
We got some cool stuff coming in
now
Chip Chat.
that all of the sodas are
evening. I'm gonna
drinking
read-
up.
Find the chip chat graphic.
That's because you're not looking in the
I'm
right
not.
How do
way.
we
Where is it?
spend
No,
our life
You're
knowing nobody gives us
you're
a
not
damn?
doing it the right
What's
way.
it called?
Chip Chat.
Oh, it's a graphic.
It's
It
blue.
looks like chips. It's
the
blue.
only one
It's
that's
got
blue.
It's like got chips on it.
Oh no, I'm missing.
Are you there yet?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. It took me a minute.
Cameraman is 14 and had 3
I think
beers.
you should look through the
Cameraman's 14
I think
and
you
had 3
should look
beers.
through the
We should start drug testing here.
well,
No,
no,
don't
you
do that.
should look through the
No, we're gonna have to start drug
You
testing.
would fail.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to
You
drug
should look
test.
through the job applications and
Yeah.
check out see who's got some
3
experience.
times.
You should show.
So for Chip Chat this evening, we got a little open bag special. Something I had. I bought it for last week, and I've actually kept it around. It's Tostitos Artesian Recipes. This is toasted southwestern spices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we actually used.
I've tasted a lot of corn chips all week.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It's good.
And
But what's more important is what we were dipping.
yeah,
it
we
in.
were scooping up
the
the rest of.
open bowl special.
Yeah, we're scooping up the rest
Your
of my
mom's
mom's
bean dip.
potato salad, which we're
No,
finishing
that
from
was
last
good.
week.
That was good, but the bean dip blew
The
my
bean
mind.
salad.
Bean salad. That's what it was.
Which
It was
is
like
not.
a chow chow relish kind of thing.
It's not meant to be scooped with chips.
Is that a
but-
southern thing?
No, I don't think so.
It's like a vinegar, sugar, relishy,
I've done it
olivey,
with
oniony.
Southwestern corn salad. I've done in the same sort of way.
How many beans? What kind of beans are in there?
Only green beans, and we're talking
Green
olives,
beans.
olives, onions.
You don't mean peas, but
no
green beans.
There's peas in there.
Okay.
Peas, green beans, olives, onion,
I tasted all that.
and some other stuff in there. But
Okay.
it
It was awesome.
the key is the vinegar and sugar.
I
And
think you should have
reduce that down. On
have
the-
your mother here every night, and
Oh, yeah.
we'll go to her in the kitchen, and she can show us a really cool like dip.
It's
or
funny because I grew up with
serving
that.
suggestion.
I grew up with that.
There's some tricks now.
I grew up with that recipe, but when I made something for myself, it was like I made some fish tacos, and I had like a southwestern corn salad to go with it, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling my mom about it, and she tried it, and she was like, "Oh, that's good." She's like, "You took like vinegar and sugar and melted it down." And I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know that?" She's like, "That's how I make the bean salad." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
You've learned one of her secrets.
And yeah. So that's the deal. So we were using some of these to take care of that. We just hyper mentioned it just for a second. Just hyper mentioned it. I want to also mention
He'll go behind the tree.
our good friend of the program, Abigail,
Abigail.
had sent us some. I think you can get this as a. I don't know where you get these. They're made by.
Probably a vending machine.
They're Ruffles.
Oh yeah, these are. You can get these at
Burger King.
Sheets.
Sheets. Then they came from
You
Sheets.
can get these at Sheets.
They're big fans of Sheets.
I love Sheets.
These are Ruffles crispy fries, so I expect them to be kind of like an Andy Caps fry. What flavor are these? Just cheese. I appreciate that. Cheese is one of my favorite flavors, and
Have we had these on the show?
it's possible, but I don't think so. I don't think they were on the list.
They're like an Andy Cap.
I remember those.
You've had them somehow. We had them at
They're
work.
crunchy. They're airy and crunchy.
Yep.
You remember those?
Yep. They're
Those are
very.
good.
They're very dense.
It's a very unique flavor. They feel very hard, like you're going to bust your teeth out. And
But
then they
they-
kind of go away.
And they give in.
They give in.
Oh, it's just hard. Oh, no, it's not.
They're a slave to biology,
Good.
just like the rest
I
of
like
us
that.
are.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, really good. And just so you know,
These probably won't make it home.
for you fancy people, this is what happens when you eat French fries out of trash cans.
Yeah.
On
Like
television.
2 or 3 days later,
Okay.
they taste like these in a
Yeah,
good
they
way.
do.
That's what French fries taste like several days later.
Okay.
Not that I know as a man, but I might possibly know as a man. Tough times, man. You know what I mean? Things have happened to people over
I
the
will
years.
survive.
You know, I will survive. Hey, what you know about these? You brought these, Steve Fever. Green Giant makes chips.
Giant's into
Come
making
on
chips
now.
now.
Roasted veggie chips. This is a zesty cheddar flavor. Let's hold these up. Come from Green Giant. You know, like makes your
Green
vegetables.
Giant.
Green Giant. Yum.
Well, these are made with
Yeah.
some vegetables, I guess.
Vegetables. Okay.
It's a tortilla chip.
Tortilla.
They made it. There's a couple. There was another flavor or something from Green Giant.
Yeah.
I grabbed these.
Really long ingredient list.
Yeah, it is a long
That's
ingredient.
pretty
list.
disappointing.
It's always
for,
very disappointing when
Yeah.
you see ingredient list and there's like 100 ingredients on there.
Yeah, there's no need in all
There's
that.
sorghum flour, whey powder, buttermilk powder,
Except,
buckwheat,
by the way, if
Oh,
you
wow,
have
those look-
onion powder,
Subway-
broccoli,
Subway's
tomato.
got
Okay,
their,
now hold on now. There's a lot of ingredients on here, but most of them are pretty decent ingredients. Okay.
Subway has their 9-grain bread. It's only got 8 grains in it. Look it
I'm
up.
going to run down this really quick if you don't mind. Toasted corn germ, evaporated cane syrup, maltodextrin, salt, sugar, cheese blend, whey, hydrogenated soybean, whey protein, lactose, maltodextrin, salt, sodium phosphate, citric acid, natural flavor, whey powder, buckwheat, sorghum flour, mill egg, onion quinoa, broccoli, tomatoes, Romano cheese, cow's milk, cheese. It gets better as you go. The shit in the middle is really
that means
bad.
that means there's just like little.
Uh-huh.
Little sprig
Let me
of
try
that.
one of those.
But
So we're
they are
talking
good.
roasted veggie tortilla chips, zesty cheddar flavored.
Very good.
Got a unique
It's
texture.
got a lot of flavor.
A unique texture and a lot of flavor and a unique flavor. That's really good, man. It's kind of in the Dorito family.
Yeah, I got these in Atlanta when we were visiting. Along with another chip, which we'll talk about some other time.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Those are really good.
Really, as a tortilla, that's really, really, really good.
Yeah, those are going to be up there. I don't want to say. I don't want to get. I don't know. I'm just
Are you
saying.
going to do like a year-ender? What are you
We're
doing?
going to do a
What are you
year.
going to do about that? You're getting close to the year-ender.
We're getting close. Bossman brought these. Archer Farms. I think we may have done Archer Farms.
That's Target. That's Target.
Okay, Target does Archer Farms.
Yep.
We're talking a smoky chipotle cheddar reduced fat potato chip.
Okay.
It's a reduced fat thing. Let's see what we're talking reduced fat. 6 grams of fat per serving. There's 8 per container. So 48 for the whole bag of chips. That's not damn bad.
Do you think that bag is 8 servings for you?
That's what it says. For me, no. That's just a unit of measurement.
I know.
I've learned that in the past.
I like the way these bags
That's
open.
cool. They actually have the
They have a
Ziploc.
little Ziploc on the top.
Ziploc resealable and was very easy to get into. Kind of a kettle chip, I can tell right off the bat.
Crispy potato chip.
Wow. That is really good, folks.
Very smoky.
It's really good and really good for a reduced fat chip.
Very crisp. A good dip chip.
So
It's
everybody's
very crisp.
got Targets closed. Check it out, folks. Archer
Everybody
Farms.
doesn't have Target.
Archer Farms Smoky Chipotle Cheddar, reduced fat. They're kettle chips. They've got a resealable thing with the Ziploc. They got a nice zippy little spicy flavor. They're reduced fat, so they're not quite as bad for you. This is a winner all the way around, and it's something everybody can find in their local Target. Everybody's got Targets, so
I got
this
a
is
question about.
definite recommendation.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Sure.
About product placement. Are we allowed to talk about places and criticize them at the same time?
Sure.
Target should not sell great chips along with awful floor lamps and bad towels.
Okay.
Powell.
So if you go to Target and you get a bad towel,
Colon towel.
send them an email.
No, that's up to the consumer.
Yes. Send them an email. Let them know.
Just don't buy the
towel.
Just don't buy the towel. It'll go away.
Well, you can say that. but
Consumers
I'm gonna
should
go to
only-
Target. They also have towels and this DVD player.
Consumers should only buy things that are good and that work.
Consumers
That's
buy
how
everything.
that's how the free market works, my friend.
Consumers
It'll
buy
fall away if it ain't no count.
everything.
If it ain't no count, it'll go away.
You're right. And they buy everything.
And eventually it'll go away.
For at least 3
I bought
years.
Mr. Microphones, and then it went away because they didn't work. quite as well.
Adam Smith laid it out a long time ago. So
Economics.
Read the book.
Economics. All
You
right,
know it, baby.
let's wrap this up, this edition of Chip Chat. And we're going to close this edition of Grown Man Record Night. A fantastic edition. We appreciate Steve Fever
we got
dropping
some
by.
deep conversation there. Very briefly.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
briefly.
That's what we do, man.
I think the chips inspired us, though. These tortillas are really good.
All of these are really good. This was one of the best Chip Chats all the way around. All of these chips are
All
so
the chips have a lot of flavor.
a lot of flavor, and it makes me want to go get a cold beer.
No chip is just like just sitting there.
No way.
Wait, which one's the best? Yep.
That smoky chipotle is really good.
That's really up there, man.
Okay, this one?
I don't know. All of them are really good tonight.
Yep. This one got 2.
All of them.
What else?
Look at that ball.
What else?
I'm gonna have to take some home.
What else?
In fact, my wife's really keen on this idea that I had about people maybe subscribing, and we could send them little snack bags of the chips that we're going to actually talk about. And they could actually wait until we try them, and they can eat them at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good
And we
idea.
could share this moment through Ustream.
This magic.
Just so they know that we're not kidding.
And then they can
taste like
and then
this.
they can blog,
You need to experience
comment
it
in
also.
about what they think about this chip.
Absolutely.
It's also wrong or for right.
I would love to hear how people in Texas or New Jersey feel about the Green Giant chip.
Sure, why wouldn't
Well,
you?
first of all,
Well, I'll tell you one thing about New Jersey.
They won't call it soda speak. They'll call it cola speak.
New Jersey knows a lot about flavor.
Pop.
New Jersey is the home of where flavoring, that's the home of flavoring.
Yeah.
McDonald's French fries, I mean, everything gets their special flavoring from these factories in New York. That's what they specialize. Or New Jersey, I'm sorry. That's what they specialize in. That's all I know.
Nice and seasoned. So New Jersey is seasoned.
To the Garden State.
Seasoned to professionals.
The Garden State.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up. Thanks for joining us this edition of Grown Man Record Night. Thanks for Steve Fever for dropping by.
Mikey Bananas for covering the floor.
I'm Mikey Bananas covering the floor. Steve Fever for cameraman. For everybody in the studio, we appreciate you. Happy holidays.
Mr. Kitty for licking it.
Mr. Kitty for licking it. Karma for getting in the way. We'll see you next time on Grown Man Record Night.
And our special dancer on the turntable tonight,
What are we going to do next week?
Christmas Girl.
We're going to do something stupid next week.
What's next week?
I don't know. We're going to do something stupid.
How far away are you from? Are you having a Christmas special this year?
Cameron went back to the camera for some reason. I don't know what
Are you having a Christmas special?
We're just counting back and forth,
A Crimbus special?
clicking on things. We're gonna do a Crimbus.
No, we have your own special.
Yeah, okay.